Maybe you've noticed it too. This strange dullness that sits underneath everything. Like life used to have texture, depth, color, and now it's smooth, flat, almost frictionless. You do things, you go places, you talk to people, but somehow none of it reaches you the way it used to. It's like someone gently lowered the volume on your entire emotional world, and you can't remember when you last felt genuinely excited about anything. And here's the strangest part. Nothing is really wrong. Your life might even be objectively better than it was years ago. More comfort, more convenience, more entertainment, more access. And yet it all feels empty, repetitive, predictable, as if the world has lost its magic, and you're stuck walking through a museum where you've already seen every exhibit 100 times. But what if the problem isn't that the world changed? What if you changed quietly, gradually, in ways you never noticed? When we were younger, every experience came with a sense of mystery. New places felt huge. New people felt unpredictable. Even the internet felt like an ocean with strange corners no one had explored yet. Life had edges. It had shadows. It had unknowns. But now almost nothing is unknown. Any place you dream of going has already been vlogged, reviewed, mapped, and turned into a listicle. Every idea, every story, every hobby is just a search bar away. You don't arrive anywhere anymore. You preview it. You pre-experience it. And by the time you get there, the wonder is already gone. It's not your fault. The world really has changed. Technology didn't just shrink distances. It shrunk mystery. The ability to be surprised is fading. We've traded the unknown for the convenient, and our brains are not built for a life without mystery. But that's only part of the story, because even if the world were still full of untouched places, many of us wouldn't feel the magic anyway. Not because the world is boring, but because our minds are exhausted. Quietly beneath all the noise, your nervous system has been overwhelmed for years. Constant notifications, endless choices, non-stop stimulation. Information overload, your brain simply adapts by turning the volume down on everything. Not just the stress, not just the anxiety, but also the joy, the anticipation, the spark. People think numbness means depression, but often it's not sadness, it's depletion. Your brain has been running on high alert for so long that it's forced itself into an energy-saving mode, and that energy-saving mode feels like nothing is special. But there's another layer, the one most people never talk about. Life feels less special because we rarely experience anything directly anymore. We don't taste food, we photograph it. We don't enjoy a concert, we record it for later. We don't sit in silence, we fill it instantly with noise. Every moment gets captured, shared, explained, reviewed, commented on, and analyzed. You're living your life from the outside, not the inside. You've become the observer of your own existence instead of the participant. And when you watch yourself living instead of actually living, nothing feels real. Nothing feels intimate. Nothing feels personal. The world becomes entertainment, not experience. And there's still one more reason everything feels so flat: endless comparison. Algorithms show us millions of lives at once, all perfectly curated, perfectly exciting, and perfectly impossible. So your own life, which is real, messy, slow, and imperfect, can't compete. Why would anything feel special when you're constantly shown something better within seconds? But here's the part people never realize until it's too late. When everything becomes accessible, nothing feels valuable. When everything becomes predictable, nothing feels surprising. And when everything becomes the same, nothing feels meaningful. This is the quiet crisis of our generation. Not misery, but monotony. Not sadness, but sameness. Not despair, but disconnection. So what do you do when life loses its magic? You don't chase excitement. You don't try to fill the emptiness with more noise or more stimulation. That only pushes the needle further into numbness. Instead, you do something most people never even consider. You reintroduce slowness. You reintroduce mystery. You stop previewing places before you go. You stop trying to optimize every moment of your life. You stop consuming experiences like products. You choose one thing and go deep instead of 1,000 things at once. You walk without headphones. You carve out silence, real silence, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. You sit with your thoughts. You let your mind wander again, and you treat life like something to be discovered, not managed. And most importantly, you give your brain time. Numbness is not permanent. The ability to feel wonder doesn't disappear, it just goes dormant. And like any sleeping sense, it wakes up slowly through small, honest, unfiltered experiences. A walk without a destination, a conversation without a phone on the table, a weekend without consuming content, a day where you do one thing with full attention. The magic you're looking for isn't hiding in the world. It's hiding behind all the layers of noise between you and the world. Nothing feels special anymore because you haven't felt you in a long time. You've been busy surviving, coping, scrolling, comparing, distracting, and life cannot feel magical when you're not present inside it. But this numbness isn't the end of anything. It's the beginning, a signal, a quiet whisper from the deeper part of you saying, this isn't enough anymore. Something needs to change. And when you finally start listening to that whisper, you'll realize the truth. Life didn't lose its magic. You just lost the space to feel it. And the moment you start reclaiming that space even a little, things begin to feel special again. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, do like and subscribe the channel.